Good morning, everyone. It's December 17th, 2018. Year's almost gone. Congress is trying to use the spending bill to criminalize boycotts of Israel and other countries. This is from, of all places, ACLU.org. Recent reports say congressional leaders from both sides of the aisle are planning to sneak a bill criminalizing politically motivated boycotts of Israel into the end of the year omnibus spending bill. The bill's original sponsor, Senator Ben Cardin, a Democrat from Maryland, is pushing Democratic leadership to include this bill, which has not moved forward thus far, primarily because it violates the First Amendment. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi are reportedly leaning toward slipping the text into the spending bill, which needs to pass for the government to stay open. And I'm sure this is a way to get Trump to sign it, by the way. The ACLU has long exposed the Israel Anti-Boycott Act through its multiple iterations because the bill would make it a crime to participate in political boycotts protected by the First Amendment. I keep telling you all that there is no Constitution, that these amendments do not actually exist any longer, and here is further proof of that. Now, the bill's sponsors are attempting to avoid public scrutiny by including the bill's unconstitutional criminal penalties in a must-pass legislation scheduled for a vote just days before Congress holiday recess, likely because it will be harder to pass in the new Congress. Let me see. Now, have you ever noticed how they wait until the middle of the night to pass some of these things? It's because they're sneaky, undermined bastards who should be hung. Now, they're putting the interests of Israel, among others, before your rights to speak your mind. Are you going to tolerate that shit? Probably. Earlier versions of the Israel Anti-Boycott Act would have made it a crime. And by the way, if they pass this bill and you say shit about Israel, if you try to boycott any of their products, their spy products, their software that our government uses, that Israel can go through the back doors of, if you try to boycott these, you are a fucking criminal. And I don't get it. I don't get the loyalty to a group of people who believe that it's appropriate to suck baby penis after a circumcision. Yes, they do this. Okay. Let me start that one over. Earlier versions of the Anti-Israel Boycott Act would have made it a crime, possibly even subject to jail time for American companies to participate in political boycotts aimed at Israel and its settlements in the occupied Palestinian territories. Well, not only Palestinian territory, but Syrian. The Golan Heights were stolen from Syria. When those boycotts were called for by international governmental organizations like the United Nations. So, the same went for boycotts targeting any country that is friendly to the United States if the boycott was not sanctioned by the United States. So, you know, if you boycott a country that our president is sucking the leadership's dick over there, you're liable to go to jail. And that's any country friendly to the United States, including Saudi Arabia. Isn't it funny how these two countries can get away with all their evil? Saudi Arabia chopping that fucking journalist up. And I don't even get me started on Israel. But somehow, some way, the people there in Israel are supposedly God's chosen people. I find it awfully convenient that the same people who transcribe the Bible just happen to write that in there. Don't you? Last week, the ACLU saw an updated version being considered for inclusion in the spending bill. While Hill offices claim the First Amendment concerns have been resolved, the potential jail time has indeed been eliminated as a possible punishment. The bill actually does nothing to cure its free speech problems. Furthermore, knowingly violating the bill could result in criminal financial penalties of up to $1 million. Were this legislation to pass, federal officials would have a new weapon at their disposal to chill and suppress speech that they find objectionable or politically unpopular. And it is the politically unpopular speech specifically the First Amendment was designed to protect. They say that this is a full-scale attack on Americans' First Amendment freedoms. Political boycotts, including boycotts of foreign countries, have played a volatile role in this nation's history, from the boycotts of British goods during the American Revolution to the Montgomery bus boycott, to the campaign to divest from apartheid South Africa. Members of Congress who support this bill should take note of the fact that just this year, 2 federal courts blocked state laws seeking to suppress boycotts of Israel. Those laws, like many copycats around the country, require state contractors to certify that they are not participating in boycotts of Israel as a condition of doing business with the state. The courts agreed with the ACLU that these anti-boycott laws violate Americans' First Amendment rights. The Israel Anti-Boycott Act is another page from the same unconstitutional playbook. They say urge Congress to oppose the boycott ban, but I'm going to tell you right now, they're not going to listen to you. That's the way things work here. You elect these fucking people, then they ignore your wishes. Seems fair, doesn't it? Anyway, thought I would share this with you. Hope you all have a good day. Kill the state before the state kills you.